Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday the 19th and Friday the 20th of December 2019. As usual, we don't typically do a market preview for Fridays, as most of the week is already played out, plus, especially not for options expiration, even less so for triple expiration, which, unless there's any news out, markets tend to be very flat for that. Unfortunately, they've been extremely flat all week. Probably the worst week I've seen in terms of market action so far. We'll look at the intraday in a minute and talk about that. But here's what we've got. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures forum. Got a new 9-bar startup phase complete, which is not that meaningful right now. Let's go through the daily charts. Crude oil down 4 cents to 60.89. Gold up $3.10. S&P cash loses $1.38. Remember, there's a 13 sell signal now on the daily chart of the cash and of the spiders, and also that monthly signal. But we did lose just 1 point. That's how flat the week has been. NASDAQ 100 down, and it recycled, so it's not going to get a 13, but it's down, up 4 points. So basically just nothing there. It's a new closing high, technically. SOX down $1.63. Look at those 3 candles on the SOX. It's got the 13 sell signal as well, but look at those 3 candles. Horrible, horrible Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Biotech's down 16.06. Russell 2000 is up 4 points. The VIX gains 29 cents. The trend closes at 1.05. NASDAQ volume 2.7 billion shares. Very heavy volume for a day that, again, went nowhere. NASDAQ advanced decline ratio is plus 66, so basically flat. On New York, it's plus 673, so a few more stocks up than down, even though the markets were more down than up. Google loses $2.98. Apple down 67 cents. I mean, at this point, nobody's selling those 2 stocks in particular until the end of the year. They don't want to lock in the tax gain. Netflix up $5.32. Amazon down $6.63. Tesla up 14.16. Facebook up $4.11. By the way, that Tesla, look at that new highs on Tesla. Goldman Sachs was down 70 cents, still has a 13 sell signal in place. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $1.13. The Dow was just down 27 points. Doesn't really matter. All right, now let's look at the intra. And I'm actually going to, even though this is the middle of the week, I'm going to switch this to 10-minute candles just because I want you to see that flat line that you see up there. So the far left is a week ago Wednesday, the end of the day. Then Thursday, you can see the big up move early, and then whatever. Friday, a little bit of moving around, dead flat in the second half of the day because we had quarterly contract roll. This is the week. The rest of this from the red line, this gap up is Monday mornings, and we moved up a little bit for the first 30 minutes or so. And then look at the rest of the week so far. We have just been stuck in this horribly narrow range. One of the worst I can recall seeing ever. 3 days of this less than 10-point action on the S&P net. It is remarkable. And it is a sign of, I mean, you might as well wrap up a year that's kind of had some slow times, a lot of slow times, with this and just disappoint everybody, right? And this is in triple expiration week. We should have an options unraveling move. It's not happening. Could still happen tomorrow. And then Friday, of course, is expiration, which usually isn't that interesting. Next week should be worse. How is that possible? Next week, think about it. Monday, open full day. Nobody's around because people have already left to go visit family. Tuesday, a half day. Nobody trades that day. Christmas Eve. Wednesday, the markets are closed. I mean, next week is going to be awful, and yet this is awful. No other way to look at that. In terms of economic data left for the last 2 days of the week, we've got the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, current account, and initial and continuing jobless claims numbers now before the bell, CB leading index, and existing home sales 30 minutes in, natty gas an hour in. Meanwhile, on Friday, we've got the final look at GDP an hour before the bell. 30 minutes in, core PCE price index, personal income and spending, and revised University of Michigan sentiment. In terms of next week, I just want to take a quick look. Yeah, I mean, there's almost no data coming out next week as well. There's like 6 numbers for the whole week, and then we wrap up the year with a Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday the market's closed again for New Year's. So pretty uneventful. I don't know what else to say, folks. It is just a remarkable series to watch. How this market has, even though we're hitting highs, it is untradeable for a trader's perspective. Too many days of the week, and certainly this whole week. We'll leave it at that. Obviously, hope for now. Of course, come everything after January 1st, all bets are off. New year of tax return, new year of tax money, new year of everything. We'll see what we get. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Thursday and Friday, and a good weekend.